Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are doing great. I hope that you are having an amazing time. In today's episode, we are going to again discover one more book, and it is one of my recent reads, and again, one of my favorite reads. And there are so many amazing lines and words are there in that book. So let's jump right into it. The name of the book is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. And the author is Benjamin Alire Sáenz. Pardon me if I spell it out wrong. And this is one of my really favorite recent reads. And if you know, if you have seen my earlier episodes, you know that I don't focus too much upon the plot of the book. Rather, I like to mention few of the lines from that book which are so much powerful and amazing and beautifully written. And that part I love to share with you, the lines and words in that book. So, some of the opening lines in that book are: why do we smile? Why do we laugh? Why do we feel alone? Why are we sad and confused? Why do we read poetry? Why do we cry when we see a painting? Why is there a riot in the heart when we love? Why do we feel shame? What is that thing in the pit of your stomach called desire? And so there are so many essential questions one by one asked in that rhythm, such as smile, laugh, starting from very simple things. Why do we smile? Why do we laugh? And then once again, little bit of bounce here. Why do we feel alone? Why are we sad and confused? Again, one simple questions. And why do we read poetry? A unusual question. And why do we cry when we see a painting? Why is there a riot in our heart when we love? Again, very whimsical question. Why do we feel shame? Very unusual question. What is that thing in the pit of your stomach called desire? So in that rhythm it is asked and it makes us feel something, the questions. So that is very beautiful writing. Then the problem with my life was that it was someone else's idea. So the character, one of the character, is thinking, is not able to find his own place in the world, and trying to figure out what his life is. And so one of that statement that he makes is that the problem with my life was that it was someone else's idea. So and it makes us think that what is our life then? Is someone else's idea, or is it our own life? Once again. Okay. So it is about, this book is about two people who are trying to discover their life, and involvement of their family and in that, and little bit involvement, but mostly focused upon two people, two main characters. Okay. Then there were even few more lines. I had a rule that it was better to be bored by yourself than to be bored with someone else. I pretty much tired by that rule. Maybe that's why I didn't have any friends. I pretty much lived by that rule. Maybe that's why I didn't have any friends. So it is many of the people like us in the phase of a teenage, or maybe in a phase of discovering ourselves, and a few of us are like to be alone, and this character also likes to live by himself. So that's what he is saying, that I had a rule that it was better to be bored by yourself than to be bored with someone else, and that is amazing, because to be bored by someone else is that thing means to give someone that opportunity to bore us is kind of in that person's hands. So we are giving some other person an opportunity to bore us. But what to do with our life, that we only know, and then we can make a decision that do we have to do something that will make us bored or not. So it is pretty much about solitude, being alone and still be okay, and this character is completely fine seems to be completely fine in the start. Then okay, okay, I got to thinking that poems were like people. Some people you got right off the bat, some people you just didn't get and never would get. So once again, it's kind of a teenage phase, or maybe a phase of discovering ourselves, and it is a phase where we like some people and most of the people we don't like, and maybe we will never get along with them. I thought it might be great thing to be the air. I could be something and nothing at the same time. I could be necessary and also invisible. Everyone would need me and no one would be able to see me. So this is a character that is so being one with the solitude, and from start this character is just completely fine with being alone. And this character doesn't feel much shame in being alone, and it desires to be alone. It feels like it should be independent, not just independent, but able to be completely fine alone. It will do just its own things without yeah, there is one word that our generation uses, and that is FOMO, that fear of missing out, that this character doesn't have, the fear of missing out. And it does what its instinct says and its heart believe, and it tries to do that. Not always, not all of the things, but yeah, few of the things. Alone mostly, more what it likes to be alone. So I like this idea to be, he's trying to compare himself with the air, and air, so it is personifying the air. And I could be something and nothing at the same time. That is an amazing idea. I could be necessary and also invisible. Everyone would need me and no one would be able to see me. So that's something, that is something gives us a kind of a power, that everyone would need us but they will not able to see us. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. A few of the more lines. I wondered what that was like to hold someone's hand. I bet you could sometimes find all of the mysteries of the universe in someone's hand. And here he is trying to some of the things figure out and thinking, questioning himself, that how would it feel to hold someone's hand. And here in this book, the author has tried to be very open to all the ideas, and not try to hide anything much about the life the characters are going through. So that is pretty amazing. He had given me a piece of himself that he had never given to another human being, and I hadn't even bothered to look at it. Why was I doing that? So yes, these are a few lines which I really liked, but I will maybe not able to convey it to you why I liked. So I will just repeat rather these lines. He had given me a piece of himself that he had never given to another human being, and and I hadn't even bothered to look at it. Why was I doing that? So there is a little bit sadness in that line, inherent sadness, and yes, it's that someone is giving you something which belongs to them and which is so precious to them, and you're not looking at that. Maybe my life isn't all that interesting, but at least I'm busy. Busy doesn't mean happy. I know that, but at least I'm not bored. Being bored is the worst. That is true. Means these are all of the things and thoughts that goes to a person who is a loner, and also who likes to be lonely, and also trying to discover himself or herself. So this is again, yeah, being bored is really worst. Yeah, that is true. And at least I'm busy. Maybe I'm not happy, but at least I'm busy, and that is really, that thought process has been captured in the words, and that is a good thing. I don't see that often much written in any book. Doesn't mean that I am this pathetic human being who is begging to be loved. I have more self-respect than that. Okay, so this character, so there are these two a little bit of opposite, but their values are somewhat same, and who start being friends, really good friends. And one of the character is so open to everything, so open to new ideas, and he also likes, how should I explain? He likes close people. He doesn't hide much of his feelings, and he try to explore all of the feelings, and express all of the feelings, mostly express all of the feelings that he feels very openly. And the other character is has been from start very being in a solitude, and he's kind of thinking that it's okay to be alone, and I don't need anyone, maybe. And in that way, and how they come together, and what things change, that their interactions with each other, how that changes, how that affects each other thought process and being and their living. Okay, so yes, should I okay, I think I will not tell you a lot of the lines, because it may give away the plot to you. So I will just read few more lines only. Sometimes all you have to do is tell people the truth. They won't believe you. After that, they will leave you alone. So these lines I really like, because I also like to explore the truth and to tell the truth, no matter how bad it is, how bad it makes other people feel, or I like to know it no matter how bad I would feel by knowing it. So knowing is always better than not knowing or having a happy picture in head. So even though something is sad, we should know that thing. So sometimes all you have to do is tell people the truth. They won't believe you. After that, they will leave you alone. So sometimes people keep on trying to have a communication that talk to me or something. But if we tell them something truth, they will not believe us. So, and after that, they will leave us alone. Something, the truth that they won't like. There are few lines which I wrote from this novel after reading this novel. So these are these lines. The novel is unique. I liked its love story. I had rarely came across such stories. I wonder how LGBTQ people feel for the fact that the proportion of those people in majority of the population is little less, and the distinction of sexual preference cannot be determined on basis of outward appearance. And maybe is this a reason that that to they get such a difficulty in understanding themselves and get understanding from other people about their identity. And so what I mean is that well it is just not about outward appearance, and sexual preference cannot be determined just on basis of outward appearance, and maybe and there is not much awareness still about it, and maybe this is why they do not get an not approval, I'm trying to figure out a word for this, acceptance from other people for their identity. I also loved the narration style. It seems a monologue but also includes conversations. Also, the characters seem to be mature and childish both at the same time. So, few of the things in which the characters are very childish, and few of the instances they are very mature. They appear to be very mature, even mature people than me, and for their age group, and that is something very intriguing. Maybe this is not story from India, and I live in India, so I feel the little bit distance between those characters and me. Sometimes it feels that the world of characters is their own world. It is a story from past, so it feels a little bit different to me. So that's what I had written after reading this novel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know how you felt about the words mentioned in this novel, and this is somewhat a new thing that I'm doing since the last 3-4 episodes. So this is a little bit new thing to talk about the books and my favorite lines. So let me know how you enjoyed it and give me your feedback. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye, take care, see ya.